Something's wrong, I feel it circling like vultures around my brain. Couldn't see the danger in your eyes. Draw me in, got me spinning now like water to a drain. You were perfect till I realized you hadn't shown your face. You sing a pretty song to drag my heart along. A siren serenade, you're ringing out your prey. Your lungs are wrecking, you know it's wrong. I was deaf to the ringing bells, wanting me to break, deafened by the sirens' soothing lies. I can't leave, I am in too deep, been sinking for a while, prisoner to the same thing I despise, devoted to a fake. You sing a pretty song to drag my heart along. A siren serenade, you're ringing out your prey. Your lungs are wrecking, you know it's wrong. It's over, same story. You lose to love and glory. It's over, same story. You lose to love and glory. You sing a pretty song to drag my heart along. A siren serenade, you're ringing out your prey. Your lungs are wrecking, you know it's wrong. It's over, same story. You lose to love and glory. It's over, same story. You lose to love and glory. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? The demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape.
Well, good morning, coffee beans. It's a wonderful Monday. It's a glorious Monday. It's a day where we get to start a whole new week. And we got an hour back over the weekend. Who doesn't love daylight savings time? So, there was some little bit of craziness that happened over the weekend that didn't have anything in the world to do with Fousey Tube or Mr. Beast or any of that insanity that is going on. And of course, I'm talking about Peanut the squirrel. And, this channel has a little bit of history about peanuts. Well, not peanuts per se, but squirrels, right? In the South where I live, squirrels are a staple. They are a part of the food chain, dare I say. Now, I personally haven't eaten any squirrel in a good number of years. Um, Not because of any, just I just haven't went squirrel hunting. I kind of lost my appetite for eating, uh, or not eating, but you can look at me tell I haven't lost my appetite for eating. No, I kind of lost my appetite for hunting. I don't have the passion to hunt like I once did. Um, but anyway, so let's talk about New York, the state of New York, and we're going to talk about Peanut the squirrel, which was a orphaned squirrel. Matt Logan, I believe, or Longo rather, Matt Longo, witnessed Peanut's mother get ran over by a car some years back, and he took Peanut the squirrel, as he became to be known, in as a rescue. I've known people over the years who have had squirrels for pets. Um, they they are interesting. But the thing about it is, you have to remember is they are a wild creature. They cannot be truly domesticated in the sense of, say, like a dog or a cat, or even a little rabbit. Peanut was born in the wild. Now, if you raise squirrels generationally, and they were bred in captivity, and all they ever knew was uh, humans, then possibly you could have a pet squirrel in that aspect. But for this case, he was a wild creature that was born, and he was not raised or born in captivity. Now, so what happened? Well, the DEC, which is the Department of Environmental Conservation, received several anonymous tips about Peanut the squirrel. Now, Peanut the squirrel, spelled P-N-U-T or P''N-U-T, has a Instagram. Let's see what I'll do. I'll go with this here. Has an Instagram account that had amassed over 600,000 followers. Okay. Oh, you can't. It's cutting. Is it cutting off some of it? No, I think we're okay. Let's see. Is this one here a little bit better? Maybe. Yeah, we'll go with this one a bit better. Anyway, he had amassed a following of over 600,000 followers, and recently, this is Mr. Logan. Was the guy who had taken Peanut in. He and then his wife was part of this entourage. Anyway, they used Peanut, who, well, he's a cute little squirrel. What can I say? They're fun to watch. And hey, Shanri, how you doing this morning? And anyway, they used his, I guess, for lack of a better word, celebrityness, him being a celebrity. Um, you can see here's a picture. He's put some peanut butter or some sort of nut butter. If it wasn't peanut, it could have been almond butter or something. Anyway, here on the back of this card, where Peanut is eating off of, and he's got a little sign, breakfast with Peanut and Mark. But anyway, they raised money. For a nonprofit the rescue for other animals that have been orphaned. Squirrels, raccoons, things like wildlife critters that need maybe rehabilitation or so forth. Now, you see something like this. Oh, he's cute. He's interesting. He's funny. Mark says that in an interview, he said that initially he raised Peanut and wanted them and tried to put him back out into the wild. But unfortunately, he said Peanut showed back up a day or two later in and around the house and was missing part of his tail and was pretty haggard looking, was not in good shape. And that's when he knew that Peanut would not be able to be released out into the wild. So he kept Peanut. Okay. So, like I said, some people made some complaints. And the DEC come in. And according to this article here, or this is a story from channel ABC News, from channel 7 News out of New York, or no, I don't, where are they at? It doesn't matter. It says a New York man who took an orphan squirrel, made it a social media star, vowed Saturday that New York State's decision to seize and euthanize the animal won't go unheard. We will make a stance on how this government in New York State utilizes their resources, Mark Longo said in a phone interview. He declined to specify his possible next steps, but said officials would hear from him soon about what happened to Peanut, the squirrel, and Fred. Now, Fred was a recent addition to the entourage. He was a rescued raccoon that was also confiscated and put down. So, the State Department of Environmental Conservation, the DEC, took the animals Wednesday from Longo's home and animal sanctuary in rural Pine City near the Pennsylvania border. The agency said it had gotten complaints that wildlife were being kept illegally and potentially unsafely. State law requires people to get licensed if they wish to own a wild animal. Longo has said he was working to get Peanut, also known as Peanut or Peanut, I guess. I don't know if there's a different way of saying that. Certified as an educational animal. The DEC and Chemung County Health Department said Friday that the squirrel and raccoon were euthanized so they could be tested for rabies after Peanut bit someone involved in the investigation. Longo said Saturday that he didn't see Peanut bite anyone during what he describes as an hours-long, heavy-handed search. The authorities haven't spoken with him since. They left the property, he said. Now, here's a thing too. We have to. So the state of New York has a law, and in this law it says if you have a wild animal, which these two, the Peanut the squirrel and Fred the raccoon they were wild animals, that you have to get a license. Mark said that he knew about this, right? And that he was in the process of trying to get some paperwork done to where I guess you basically would say that Peanut was a, what did he put it? An educational animal. I guess so. Maybe he could visit schools and educate, young people, whatever, young kids and stuff on squirrels and so forth. But I'm gonna play the devil's advocate here because I know that there's probably a lot of people in the chat that are animal lovers. Okay, I get that. But he had this squirrel for like whatever it was, 7 or 8 years. He knew there was a law. Okay. I don't see it taking 7 to 8 years to get paperwork, even with the government and the red tape bureaucracy and all that. I don't see it taken. So what I see is a guy who had rescued a couple, which is a good thing, and he was using the money to help support other rescue animals, and it's all good. The guy genuinely seems like a decent guy and seems like he's doing a really good thing, right? And I commend him for that. I do, right? And does it seem a little bit heavy-handed that this government agency shows up at his doorstep and spends hours upon hours upon hours going through his home? In one interview that I saw, he talked about how they were there for so long that he was not even allowed to feed his other animals. Like, he had horses, he had livestock. They would not let him out of sight to even go and feed his other livestock, right? So it does seem to be a little bit over the top, a little heavy-handed on that aspect. Now, as far as, the squirrel actually biting one of the captors or not, Mark says he didn't see it happen, but it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. And here's the sad thing about this, right? Because I'd seen some people in the chat, in different posts and stuff, different forums, talking about how, you know, uh, how dangerous it was, right? And how rabies is 100% fatality, right? And I was like, there's no way. There's absolutely positively no way that in this day and age, 2024, that rabies is 100% fatal. And so I went and looked, and sure enough, it is. And here's the thing about it, you don't even have to be bitten, right? If you have a cut on your skin, if you have any kind of break on your skin at all, it could be a scratch to where you're exposed, right? If you are in the vicinity of an animal that has rabies, right, to where they can make contact with you, they don't have to bite you, right? They can claw you. They can, you know, eh, if you don't, if you have to go get checked immediately, right? Like, and the only way for them to test to see if that animal has rabies is that animal has to be put down and that animal's brain has to be dissected. Because if you do not get, uh, how do I put it? Because if you mess around and you wait until you start seeing symptoms of rabies, hydrophobia, as they call it, you're dead. There's no treatment. In the last, I can't remember. Hang on here. Let me look this up because I don't want to give you guys. Okay. So, hang on here. Here we go. So this here is from the World Health Organization. Rabies. Rabies is a serious public health problem in over 150 countries and territories, mainly in Asia and Africa. It is a viral, zoonotic, negligent tropical disease that causes tens of thousands of deaths annually. Tens of thousands of deaths annually, with 40% being children under the age of 15. Dog bites and scratches cause 99% of the human rabies cases and can be prevented through dog vaccination and bite prevention. Once the virus infects the central nervous system and clinical symptoms appear, rabies is fatal in 100% of the cases. However, rabies deaths are preventable with prompt post-exposure prophylactics by stopping the virus from reaching the central nervous system. PEP consists of thorough wound washing, administration of a course of human rabies vaccine, and, when indicated, rabies immunoglobulins. If a person is bitten or scratched by a potentially rabid animal, they should immediately and always seek PEP care. World Health Organization and its global partners aim to end human deaths from dog-mediated bites through a comprehensive One Health approach, promoting mass dog vaccinations, ensuring access to PEP, health worker training, improved surveillance, and bite prevention through community awareness. So, I looked and I seen that and I was like, wow, wow. Um, yeah. If they had rabies, if you showed up long enough, well, that's possible, Sims, if they had been infected a long time ago, right? But that's just the thing. You, they had just brought Fred in, right? I don't know how long Fred had been part of the family. So Fred possibly could have had it. I don't know. And I'm not saying that they did. And I'm not saying, but what I will say is this, right? Is Mark has to accept some of the responsibility here. He had Peanut for like I think it was 8 years. He said in an interview he knew about the law. He knew about the guidelines that existed. He had if he would have filled out the paperwork, if he would have done what he was supposed to have done when he first got Peanut, then this is all mute. This would not have happened. Right? People, they would have known, oh, he's registered. He's, this would not have necessarily have ended in the way that it did, where Peanut and Fred were euthanized. It's that simple, right? I don't like the fact that this guy's um, pet, I guess would be the way to put this. At this point in time, it was definitely a pet, part of um, their family, if you will. I don't like the fact that that it was euthanized, but again, Mark has to take some responsibility. He had the animal for 8 years, right? Was it government overreach? Well, there for several hours and not allowing him to feed his other livestock and stuff. I think that's a little bit excessive. Yeah, 100%. I think that's a little bit excessive. I think it's a lot excessive. And I don't know why it would take them however it was several hours. I don't know exactly how many hours it was, but it was several. Um, to do a search. I mean, that is a little bit. I feel like out of pocket. I do feel like that is a little bit there much as well. Um, let's see here. Here's this one here. I thought was kind of interesting this because it is the political season, right? Everything's political right now. Got the big election coming up here. Matter of fact, tomorrow, big election in the states, right? And by the way, if you're registered to vote, you haven't vote, do your patriotic duty and go vote. I think that's the minimum that we as citizens can go and do. They should not have the authority to just put it down. Well, Seth, I understand. I understand that in a situation like this, they should not have that ability. Okay, so here's the question I pose to you. We have to first understand, or we have to come to some sort of understanding of agreement. Was one of the people who was there to capture the squirrel bitten? Okay, the agency says that one of their people were bitten, and if we agree that one of their people was bitten, okay, then they have certain protocols in place. And then I have to ask you, which is more important, the squirrel's life or a human life? Right? Because that's what it boils down to. Is it the squirrel's life that's more important or human life that's more important? And the question also has to be asked is if this agency, because of their protocols and their policies that they have to take these animals into custody, why did they not just let the owners capture Fred and Peanut, put them in a travel cage, and let them travel with them. Maybe Peanut didn't do it. Is it possible that he didn't buy anybody? And they euthanized him to see if he had rabies. That is a possibility too. It's not out of the realm of possibility that he really did not bite anybody. They just used that as an excuse to euthanize the squirrel and to see if he had rabies. That's a possibility too. I'm not going to sit here and argue one way or the other. I'm not. But what we have to go back to, the whole root and the catalyst of all this, guys, and we have to remember this is Mark stated he knew and he was familiar with the law. He had Peanut for like 7 to 8 years. 7, 8 years, that's plenty enough time to have gone through the paperwork and to do everything that he was required to do by the state laws to have Peanut in his home. He didn't do it. Now, we could sit here and say, yeah, government overreach, and they shouldn't have the ability to do this, and they should be able to do that. There's a lot of things that government does that I think is overreaching, and they're able to do way too much in a private citizen's life. I don't argue that. I think that there are times and things where I think the government way overextends what they should be able to do in a private citizen's house at home. But it's kind of like this, go back. That's why it's important for citizens to be proactive in their state, local, and federal governments, right? You need to be aware of what they're doing. You need to go and vote. You need to show up at your local town hall meetings and your local city councils and stuff. And you need to listen to what they're doing. Listen to ordinances that they're passing. If you disagree with it, you stand up, you voice your objections. Maybe you make some valid points that people on the city council hadn't thought of, and maybe you change some minds. If it doesn't, then guess what you do? You fill out some paperwork and you run for office, and you get on there and you become a voice for what you feel like is a position that's not being represented. That's what, at least here in the States, that's what our government structure is all about. It is supposed to be for the people, by the people. And what the problem is that people forget that for it to be for the people and by the people means by the people. The people have to be involved. And sitting back and putting out tweets and rebel rousing on Facebook or whatever other social media platform, that's just a small fraction of it. The other fraction is you have to get involved. Sometimes that means you have to run for an office and you have to get in there and do those things, right? Now, again, reiteration here, I do not like the fact that Mark and his wife lost 2 pets that were obviously very dear to them, that were loved, that were a part of their family, right? I hate that they're having to go through this. That's horrible. The loss of a pet is a very horrible thing, right? Period. No matter why or what the circumstances are. And I hate that for them. I do. But if your state or your city or your county has certain ordinances and things that you are supposed to do as a good pet owner, as a responsibility to your pet to ensure that they're safe, you have to do your part. And if you don't agree with certain ordinances or you don't agree with certain policies or laws, then you do what you need to do to try to affect change. And that may mean that you have to step up and take a service at civic duty, as civil service, and serve on a board or serve in an elected capacity. That's all I'm saying, right? So anyway, this news agency, I thought this was was a little bit interesting. Had this to say.
We have a very disappointing and sad update now on the saga of Peanut, the squirrel.
You might have heard this little guy's been making headlines this week, and New York State officials now tell us the pet squirrel has been put down. Authorities seized Peanut from a home in Pine City, New York. It's a little south of Elmira. Apparently, there have been multiple complaints. Peanut's owner says the squirrel's mother was hit by a car, and he'd been taking care of the animal ever since. The owner runs an animal sanctuary and says he knows it's illegal to own a wild animal without a license, and says he was working to get Peanut certified as an educational animal. A raccoon taken during the same raid also put down. The State Department of Environmental Conservation says all this is done to test for rabies. All right, that's what Albany's focusing on.
We have
I don't know if you caught what the anchor said there at the end. Listen to what this guy says.
That's what Albany's focusing on.
That's what Albany is focusing on. Well, Albany is where the governor is for the state of New York, in case you guys didn't know that. Albany. There you go. And so he's like, this is what Albany, because there's a lot of hoopla. There's a lot of hoopla over this story, right? And this has turned very political, right? I have seen people out there tweeting about this and blaming the current party that's more or less in charge of the political structure and stuff there in the state of New York, which is the Democratic Party. And they're blaming the Democrats for this and Democrats for that and da-da-da-da-da. And I've seen people, and I'm sure they're memeing and making fun of it, whatever, but I'm sure there's always some people out there that actually believe this, that they think that because of what happened here with Peanut and the publicity that this story has generated, that this is going to be part of what decides the national election that would be, voted upon tomorrow, right? That this is going to hurt, the Democrats' candidate for president. So I don't know. It's kind of crazy to the extent of what this. Now, there's some other aspects of this too, right? So there has been a woman that has been identified as the person who made these anonymous reports to the DEC. And here's the problem that I saw with these things, right? They've given this woman's name. They have pictures of this woman. They claim that she was bragging about this on social media, doing it. The problem is, and all of this rhetoric that I've seen about this woman, and they're saying that she made these claims on social media, nobody has any screenshots of this woman making these claims. Who the fuck is I ain't telling you, Verst. I will not be part of the Peanut gang that's going after her. I've seen people within our little part of the community, our little part of the internet over here, repeating and retweeting some of this stuff, right? But I'm gonna tell you guys something. All these people are making these claims against this woman, right? The only person I know is Peanut is the girl Tommy argued with you. No, it's not that Peanut verse. No, it's not that Peanut. No, it's not her. Peanut was a squirrel that was euthanized, dude. You have to go back to the beginning of the stream and catch up. Peanut was a squirrel, dude, he got euthanized. So the woman, anyway, like I said, they say that she was bragging on social media, but yet there's no screenshots. And guys, they are laying this woman out all over social media. They're all over TikTok, all over Twitter. I'm sure on Facebook, but I don't really get on Facebook anymore. So, but I'm sure they're lambasting her over there as well, right? And they're like calling for this woman's head to be put on a spike. And I'm like, guys, so this is the bad part of the internet. Free my nibba peanut. No, you're not getting no peanuts. He didn't do nothing. I know, Seth. Peanut the squirrel didn't do nothing. I know where you're at on this. That's fine. You do you there, all right? You do you, Seth. People are equating Peanut the squirrel, as we see here. Jessica Pizzlin says Peanut the squirrel is the 2024 hombre. Whatever his name was. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, Peanut the squirrel. He's Harambe. Harambe the gorilla. Remember Harambe? He is Harambe of 2024. I'm old, yeah. It's basically rape, people. Well, you know, I guess, I don't know. The Gaming Witch said, am I the only one that thinks that people that are doxing the woman who reported the squirrel is crazy, like straight up wanting to know her location? Yeah. And that's the thing though, right? They sit there and they say that, you know, they're claiming that this woman is the one that led to the euthanization of the squirrel. But again, like I said, I have not seen anything where this woman was bragging about calling the authorities or anything. They say she did, but I haven't seen anything. Maybe she did. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, so there you go. That's the story of Peanut and Fred the raccoon. Peanut and Fred the raccoon. May they rest in peace. May they rest in peace. Tell it again. I just got here. No, I will not tell again, Gigi. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem. There is an update to a story we talked about briefly. Yeah, I'm rude. I'm rude because I just don't care anymore. I have an update to a story. Ricky Berwick, as you know, some time ago, it's probably been about a month, 6 weeks, something like that ago. Ricky had posted out, you know, he was in the hospital and that he was in a really bad spot. He was talking about like he felt like there was nothing left to live for. He revealed that his mother had been not very nice to him, had been controlling him, had been, I think the words, hang on here, let's see here. Let's see if it's still up here. Yeah, he left it up here. Okay. He goes, I'm at the hospital because my mom has been emotionally abusing and controlling me for years. She has power over turning over me and finally said I'm allowed no more friends at my house. I told the cops it's not worth living anymore. So Ricky was in a really bad place, emotionally and mentally. He got some help, had some friends come in. You know, he's out. And so he tweeted this out, yes, a couple of days ago. He said, moving day, taking my life back. You know, so here he is. And, you can see he's got friends, stuff over helping him, pack up his stuff. Looks like Ricky is going to be, moving, dude's got a lot of junk, a lot of TVs, old TVs and stuff. But anyway, looks like he's probably going to be moving, getting his own place, his own apartment, whatever. So I'm happy. You know, I wish Ricky all the best. I know Ricky's one of those guys that is kind of controversial. Some people like him, some people don't. I like the little dude. Okay. So anyway, I have a heartwarming Waffle House story for you guys. No fighting, no craziness, just wholesomeness. We're going to get to see the wholesome side of Waffle House today. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for a good wholesome story about Waffle House. But you know what? Before we get into that, guys, I want to let's see. Can I? Where's it at? Where's it not letting me? Hang on for Rose. It's being silly. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? We're gonna give away some memberships. Let's roll the dice to see who gets them. Let's see who's getting them. Okay, Terry Silverstone.
I like beer.
Belinda Gulls C. Mater Motley.
I like
Pretty Idiot.
beer.
And Matt Pitt was gifted a membership. Let's see who
I
else.
like beer.
Who else is the next 5? Who else is going to get them today?
I like beer.
Gigi Harts was gifted a
like
member.
beer.
Spectre 799. Sliggins. Bonnie's
I like beer.
Zimlich. Mike Lopez. There you
I
go.
like beer.
So you guys enjoy those free memberships on behalf
I like
of
beer.
YouTube. So there you go.
I like beer.
Okay, come on. Hurry up, Bobby.
I like
Hurry
beer.
up, Bobby. I know you like beer, buddy. Hurry up. Are you done, Bobby? All right. So there we go. There's a back catalog of members only. If you guys have never had a membership to this channel, give it a check. Give it a check. You might like it. Anyway. So let's get into this wholesome Waffle House story. So customers help Waffle House worker left to run diner alone. Waffle House is known to not close for anything, even if there's only one worker behind the counter. Ethan Crispo told AL.com that this was the case early Sunday morning at a location in Birmingham, Alabama. He says he came in just after midnight to find a single man tending to the incoming crowd of hungry, heavily imbibed, other words, that's a nice way to say drunk customers. That's when Crispo says a customer stood up, asked the employee for an apron, and got to work. Soon, other customers also jumped to wash dishes, bus tables. Waffle House spokesman Pat Warner says that there had been a scheduling miscommunication and left the lone worker to take care of the restaurant by himself. Warner says Waffle House appreciates that the customers stepped up, but they prefer their associates behind the counter. So there you go. There was a person, I don't know if it was a guy or not. Anyway, whoever it was, the employee was left to do a shift by themselves over in Alabama. And customers came in, helped the person out, and everybody got their food. So you know what? That's a good deal. That instead of they were intoxicated, but there's no fighting, no fussing, nothing like that, and everybody went home happy. So you know what? I think that's a W. That's a W for the Waffle House and for the people that visit and eat their fare. So anyway, all right. So I've got some little funnies here at the end of the show. We're gonna wrap things up. These were in your Safe Today verse because this was provided by Purple Paw Prints. These are not Gigi Harts, and so the chances of them being comical are probably a lot better. So let's see what Purple has provided for us, because I have not watched these this morning, so I don't know. Don't know what we got going on. Why are you still getting hate? Because Gigi, you are, well, you're Gigi. I think that's all I have to say about that. Dude, what the hell are you doing? What are you, stupid?
Gosh, freaking dang it, I cut it too short. Why did I do that? Fuck.
Because you're an idiot, maybe?
Why did I do it like that?
I don't know.
I'm cooked.
Yeah, you ain't cooked. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do you think he's cooked? You think he's cooked? If you think he's cooked, give me a 1 in the chat. If you don't think he's cooked, we'll leave it as a 2. I don't think the dude's cooked. I don't mind this. I don't think he looks too bad this way. But I'm old and have no sense of style. So 2. So let's see here. We'll start a poll. Is he cooked? There you go. You guys can vote. Is he? You start. I'll start the poll. You guys can vote. Is the guy cooked? Yes or no? There you go. If you guys think he's cooked, you can vote right there. There you go. All right. Let's see what else. What is this here? Well, we got a turkey. It is getting closer to Thanksgiving, so we'll see here.
Every year, we always try making our turkey in a different way because.
What did she just? Hang on. Back at it. Is that a freaking pineapple? It's a pineapple slathered in. I don't know what it's slathered in. But she just butt plugged the turkey with a pineapple. That.
We always try making our turkey in a different way because it gets boring, to be quite honest.
She just stuck a pineapple in that turkey's ass. That's a pineapple in a turkey's ass.
Is that a redneck tipster? Because I kind of feel like it feels like it's kind of like a redneck tipster, maybe. Or I don't know.
Every year, we always try making our turkey in a different way because it gets boring, to be quite honest.
She just.
Yeah, I don't understand why they would stick a pineapple up a turkey's butt. That's weird. I don't know about that one, Purple. I don't know about that one. You may that was I don't know what is everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh my oh! Oh, that poor thing. Well, at least she's not hurt. At least she's not hurt, I guess. Oh my God, it blew her skirt tail up around her ears. Oh, me. Oh, gosh. Oh, me. Let's see what we got here on the poll. We've had a whopping 3 votes. You guys are on fire this morning. 67% of you say, 67% of you say no, he wasn't cooked. And 3% says yes, he was. So there you go. He's cooking. I think the dude probably could go pull some. I think the guy could go pull. I definitely think he could go pull some ladies with this. I mean, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Look at that. I mean, look at this. That's not a bad look. For his face shape and that, I don't feel like that's a bad look. I don't think it's a bad look at all. So, man. Anyway, okay. So Chad agrees that he's not cooked, and that he's actually kind of based. It probably feels 1800s. You're not wrong, Seth. You're not wrong. Wasn't there? Hang on a second. Hang on here. Wasn't there? Oh, what was the name of that movie? Let's see here. Yeah, here we go. I don't want that. How do I? Go here. Let me see this here. Why do you do this to me? Why is it? Okay. Tell me he doesn't look a little bit like that. right? Look at this. See? Here, right? Go to the monastery. You think he looks like a monk? I think he looks like, what's his name? What's this guy's name? Uh, who was it? Randy Quaid. Yeah, it looks like Randy Quaid from the movie Kingpin. Right? Am I the only one that sees that, or do you guys see that? Huh? I don't know. I don't know. All right, guys. Well, that wraps it up. That's it for the day. I don't have anything else to talk about. If anybody wants to call, get in the waiting for call right now. I'll pull you in. Here's your opportunity. If not, if no one hops in there, I'm going to call it a day and get on with it and go get me another cup of coffee. And we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting. And it's Seth.
Yo, what's up, King?
Well, not much. What's up with you, my little goblin queen? You
I'm
sound
just
like
about
you sound like you're half asleep. What's up?
No, I was just taking a hit off the first ever hit off my weed, not weed, vape pen.
Oh, did you finally get your vape pen in?
Yeah,
Now, they took them long enough, did they not?
yeah, cause I ordered home delivery because I'm a lazy bastard. Okay,
Yeah.
that's like $2 extra, right? Which
Mm-hmm.
is $2 is $2, right?
Yeah. What's $2 though to a high roller like you? I mean, come on, $2 is
I mean,
chump
for real,
change.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But
Yeah. It's
I'm
chump
paying
change.
you extra, so I
Yeah.
expect you to send the shit to my home address,
Yeah.
like you promised.
Yeah.
You know?
Let them climb the stairs instead of you. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not even like it's like one set of stairs. Like I don't live like way high up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I paid these motherfuckers $2 extra, okay?
Yeah.
And they hit me with they hit me with the message. Sorry, the stairwell to your apartment is locked. We couldn't
What
get in. We're sending it to a package shop and you can go and get it yourself.
was the
Okay.
stairwell? Well, why did you have the stairwell locked?
Well, here's the thing. I know
Okay.
these bastards are just lazy because our stairwell doesn't even have a lock.
Are you sure?
I'm 100,000% sure.
Okay. So you're just saying they just didn't want to do it.
They just did not want to go
Well,
up
yeah,
here.
okay, but let me ask you a question, and I don't want you doxing yourself or anything like that, but do you kind of live in a shady part of town or something where maybe they didn't want to go over and deliver?
No. I mean, I live in a shady town. They gotta go here anyway.
Oh, the whole town's shady, not just where you
Yeah.
live.
Everywhere's shady,
No, it ain't shady where I live.
No, I'm just saying, like, here. I mean, I live in a better area than what you'd expect for this town, you know what I'm saying?
Mm. Well, I guess I have to take your word for it because I don't know. I'm not familiar with Denmark, so I'm not for sure. But if you say it's a better class of shady, then I will take your word for it that it is a better class of shady.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, okay, I pay extra for this service, okay?
Well,
So
you
you
should
better
get
deliver
you
me
should get.
the goddamn service.
I think they should probably refund the $2.
That's what I'm saying.
But
This is
but
the last time I'm lodging a complaint. And you know what? They don't even have a thing where you can lodge a complaint. But they have a thing where it's like, um, give us the code to your stairwell so we can deliver it next time. And I'm gonna just write in there where the code is supposed to go. I'm gonna write, our stairwell does not have a lock. You better fucking not be lazy and give me that fucking package or
so
I am suing you.
here's a thought: maybe don't use that company to deliver no more.
We're very limited in companies we can use over here.
So is it like UPS? Is it FedEx? Or is it like some weird
It's
Danish company?
It's called PostNord. Okay, it's the Scandinavian fucking USPS. They don't got nothing else over
Oh,
here.
so it's just your postal service.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, look who's joined us.
So I tell you what, they better start delivering that shit to my house, or they're gonna be in for a world of pain.
Okay. All right.
Is this a weed vape pen or a regular vape pen?
It's a regular. That's illegal. I would never.
She can't.
I
Yeah.
was about to say it's illegal here now as well. So I too have quit smoking weed. I'm never touching the stuff. That devil's lettuce. Not I.
No,
Not
exactly.
me. Not in the great state of Texas where I now live. I would
Yeah.
never.
So
Gee-
that's illegal in Texas?
It is. Apparently, it's a federal crime if you have 2 grams of weed on you. Not like we don't have any other kind of criminals going on. Definitely take down those
Well, why
pockets.
don't you just have 1 gram on you? That seems like what I'd do.
I think it's still a misdemeanor, but I would never
Oh.
break the law, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, me neither.
I kind of feel like you would, Gigi.
I wouldn't, but I will tell you this though. I moved into my new apartment, and
Yeah.
the very first time I went into the apartment, because I rented this place virtually. Don't ask, we're not going to get into it. I was in the elevator going downstairs, and the very first neighbors I ran into dropped a blunt in the elevator, and I saw it.
So.
Okay.
So it's your
Well,
kind of
now you
people.
know where to
So-
get it if you need
so
it.
Yeah,
certain-
your kind of people. Yeah.
No, certain other Texans I know gave me a bunch of shit about, but it's a felony and this, that, and the third. And I've never smelled more weed in my life, even when I lived in a state where it was recreationally legal.
Just because something's illegal doesn't mean that it's not done. I mean, you know that, right?
Yeah.
Well, I would never. I'm one to follow law and order. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yep.
followed the TV show.
Yeah.
Exactly. Dun dun. That's what I'm saying.
I thought, hang on, Texas didn't vote medicinal?
Not that I'm aware of, but it is coming up in this election. So, and I can't vote here. I've already voted in the state.
I don't worry about it. Hell,
we
we let people vote multiple states multiple times. Don't worry about it. Just go vote.
Yeah, just go vote. Who cares?
Yeah, absolutely not. I feel like this election is under enough question already. But yeah, no, I voted. I voted early so I could vote before I left. It's all good now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to. I hate to do this to you, Gigi, but I'm going to bust you out.
How? What's occurring?
So, according to the Texas.gov, eligible Texans have access to medical marijuana through the state's Compassionate Use Program, aka CUP, administered by the Texas Department of Public Safety, aka DPS. Texas with certain medical conditions may qualify. Learn more about its use and who can get a prescription. So, you can, in fact...
In that case, I'm very ill and will be going to get a marijuana card.
I thought Texas had passed medical, yeah. So, like with your
kinds of things wrong with me. Don't worry about that one. I'll get it approved.
Yeah, you've got multiple things wrong with you, and I'm pretty sure that Verst or myself would be a willing test. We would sign a waiver, something, whatever you need to say. Yeah, this woman needs help.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll also do it, even though I'm
Would
not,
you do it?
EU citizen.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, and I wouldn't even be lying
with friends like
in
these
front of the
is
court.
what I'm
You know
saying.
what I'm saying?
What was that word you used? What with what?
Friends.
I said a little bit. I think you're overreaching. That's that. What was it we talked about earlier, Seth? The overstepping.
I don't think so.
I think
Overreach.
I don't think so.
overreach. I think that's.
I know.
That's Gigi,
I know.
that's
Verse
Gigi
loves
overreach.
me. I'm Verse's favorite.
That's Gigi's
Actually.
overreach. She's overreaching. She's out of control, folks.
I'm actually sure he's in love with you. I think that's what's going on.
Verst is
Yeah,
in
Verse
love
is
with
in love
Gigi.
with Gigi.
Ooh,
As he should
nice.
be. As all should
Nice.
be.
You go, Verst. It's your birthday. Go, Verst.
I mean,
it's your
I
birthday.
don't know. Me and Verse have some DMs, where he's like a little bit simpy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's simping for her.
Yeah,
You heard it here, folks.
Firstly, can I be not about Verse, but in general, I'm pro simp behavior. I think more people should be simps. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Well,
I think in an ideal relationship, you both simp for each other, and then everyone's happy. I think that's how that goes.
That's so gay. That's so gay.
Well,
but
I'm kind of with
you do
Seth
you,
on
dude.
that one. That's kind of lame. I don't think
Seth is the biggest simp around, so I don't feel like Seth should be talking about it.
Whoa!
No,
She's not either.
I'm a dog. I'm a dog. I only simp when I'm trying to get a woman to stay with me for a night. You know what I'm saying? I don't simp if I'm in a relationship.
Okay, well, I didn't say that you had to do it ethically. I'm saying everyone should simp. So I still think that counts. I feel like that counts.
Good morning, K Huck. How you doing this morning? We're in here debating whether or not a Verst is madly simping for
That's
Gigi.
not what we're debating. We're debating if simping is a good thing as a general activity.
No. We're exposing.
Oh, we're
Verse
exposing.
right now
Okay.
for his simp behavior towards Gigi.
Oh, okay. I do also have a dilemma, which is that even though I am now a Texas resident, meaning I live in the central time zone, I still work in the eastern time zone, which means mentally I still have to stay in that other time zone. And I don't know how that's going to work.
What's the difference? Isn't it like an hour or something?
It's an hour. The difference is that if I have to be at a meeting at 9 o'clock, and that 9 o'clock is an hour later than when I think 9 o'clock is, I'll be late. Meaning I have to live at the wrong time.
What about setting a timer on your phone, which should be in the time zone that you're in?
Seth, have you met me? No, I'm going to put up clocks. I'm going to have like clocks on the wall that just remind me of what time it is at all times. I already did it on my phone. I have both clocks in front of me at the same, just so that I'm aware that I need to remember who I'm talking to when that person is
boring me. How about the conversation about how much Verst in love with you? I mean, you must have noticed, right?
I only encounter this person here. I hope you know that. I only encounter this person in this
for your attention.
space. Seth, the problem is I just have so many people simping over me in so many different areas. I just can't keep track.
You know what I'm saying?
What?
I think he wants you, dog.
Okay. Well,
and I have no good authority. He's a good man, Gigi. He's a good man.
Is he?
He's got good. He's got a good job. He's. I struggle to say it, but he's funny. I think.
Sounds like you want him, Seth. Sounds like you should be dating him.
No, I got something better. I'm just saying.
Oh, then I want what you have. Can you share?
I don't know. I'll have to ask her.
Okay. Well, there we go.
But if not,
But if not, I can get Verst as a consolation prize. Is that what you're saying?
You can have Verst as a consolation prize.
Well, all right. Well, all things are coming up, Gigi, I guess.
So K Huck says that yes, K Huck Gigi has moved to the great state of Texas. She's she's a Texan now. I don't know if she's like is she like a Longhorn fan? Is she a Cowboy fan? I don't know. I don't know what team she's pulling for, but she is a Texan. Have you got you a big cowboy hat yet?
I don't. I will say that a big reason to move here, though, is Texas-style nachos. Do you know what Texas-style nachos are?
I would assume they're bigger because everything's bigger in Texas.
Yep.
That's what I've heard. I'll report back on that when I do further research. Anyways, huh?
What?
Anyways, Texas-style nachos are where instead of just like putting a pile of chips in a plate and then just putting all the toppings on top of it, they give you each individual chip with like all of the ingredients on each one. So each chip will have like beans, cheese, pico de gallo, meat on each individual one. And you get like, I don't know, like 10 to 15 nachos like this. So every single one has all of the ingredients.
Like finger food instead. They make it like an hors d'oeuvre.
I'm sorry, like a what? Like a what? What did you say, Seth?
Hors d'oeuvre.
An hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like an hors d'oeuvre, exactly. You don't have to be in there digging around for additional meat to put on each bite.
But why are you?
Why? Digging for meat.
Did I say that wrong?
Digging for meat. Digging for meat. Now
We
you just
kinda
getting nasty. You just get nasty.
I
Gigi.
feel like nachos in general, you're always getting shorted on meat. That's why you don't do extra meat anywhere. You're just getting charged for nothing, just like extra cheese. It's all a scam, people.
Well, it's possible.
Can't tell me otherwise.
I'm gonna need your homosexual life. Heterosexual life partner.
Who, me?
Oh yeah.
My heterosexual life. Why do you need my heterosexual life partner for?
He helped me with mixing my vape juice and stuff. Hold on, let me check.
Mm. Okay. So,
Heterosexual life partner, his wife.
no,
His wife.
No, his wife.
no. I have my wife,
Mhm.
right? And then I have my heterosexual life partner.
Wouldn't that be your homosexual life partner?
Nope. We're
No, because they're
heterosexual.
not.
We're not.
You know,
We're not. No,
they're not
we're just
fucking, but they're life
no.
partners.
Exactly.
That's why it's heterosexual.
I have
How
been
would this
with.
be platonic life partner?
Well, we're heterosexual.
Well, yeah,
though.
that's another. I mean, that's another way to say it. But they're,
Tara and I have been together for 20. I'm going to say right at almost over 20 years, 21, 22 years. I think is how long we've known each other, been together.
I feel like you're being greedy. Seth and I don't have life partners, and you have two. That's not fair. That's not right.
I have heterosexual life partners.
All I want to say is get good. That's all I can say. You got to step your game up.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe.
Matter of fact, Tara and I did some gaming over Halloween. Halloween
Yeah,
evening.
on Halloween.
Yeah, Seth was there. Tara and my youngest son. We played some Phasmophobia over on my gaming channel.
Oh, I saw, or I listened while I was packing. I did
While you
see
were
that.
packing?
That's Tara.
Yeah.
That's Tara.
That's Tara. That's my heterosexual life partner.
Okay.
So.
I think you should do more of that. I think your heart can definitely use the exercise.
You think so?
I think
But
so.
you know what? I was a little bit, because I really didn't get, most of the time that game really kind of gets me spooked a little bit. I'm not even gonna front, but it really didn't bother me at all that night. I just had fun. It was just fun. We just had some laughs.
It was because we had some laughs. We were too funny.
Yeah, we just having fun.
You know what else you could try?
What's that?
Content warning. Because that one, you have to be a YouTuber who goes to scary places. And so then the monsters all have different, I think it's similar. All the monsters have different like things you have to do, including some of them you have to like yell at them to get away from you, which you will discover pretty quickly by screaming. But it's the same thing. You have like a flashlight and then you're recording video to put on your YouTube channel, and your measure of success is how many views you get. And at the end, if you survive. Content warning.
I haven't seen this before.
Content
it's one of the Ookie Spookies.
Oh, it's on Steam.
It's not a game that I would play, but yeah.
It's $6.39 USD.
Look at that.
So there you go.
A bargain. Yeah, you take a little spaceship down into like the depths, and then you have to go around looking for the monsters.
It's just sort of like a. It seems like it's just sort of like a kind of like a little bit of a ripoff of Lethal Company.
It does look that way, doesn't it, Seth?
Oh yeah.
I'm sitting here looking at it.
I don't know what Lethal Company is, so maybe it's possible.
It came out in 2020.
More Ookie Spookies.
Came out in 2024.
I mean, holy shit! I mean, Lethal Company can be spooky as fuck, though.
Yes, sometimes. It can. Yes, it that one can unnerve you as well. So.
I still have that one clip where you spook me because like you come around the corner and I like do a little sound, and then you're like, haha, you got so scared, and then you go into another room and immediately just start screaming.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, I don't know if I can. I think I have it.
Yeah.
Let me send it just for
yeah. But we tried to play content warning, and as you know, I don't do the Ookie Spookies, and so they were like, "Oh no, it'll just be fun," and I wouldn't leave the rocket ship I would just be, or I would stay behind and run away and leave my crew, which you can do. You can do that, but you shouldn't.
That sounds kind of, I don't know, like lame.
That don't make me play a horror game. I tell you going in, I'm not the person to save you. I'm gonna trip
Okay,
you and I'm
all
gonna
right,
run.
okay, but Among Us can be kind of like that too, though, can it? I mean, a little bit.
No, can't.
You
No,
don't
the
think so?
scariest thing about Among Us is how good your friends are at lying to your face about
Oh.
important things like murder.
Oh boy.
That's why people like Reese, you know, best Brit. He's great at Among Us because you're like, Reese would never. He's such a sweet boy. Little do you know, he has all the moves.
Little do I know.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, so
I'm saying.
hang on. Let me see if I can get this up here for Seth here.
That's a good clip.
Open with. Here we go.
You also have to stream it so Gigi can see it.
Do I have to?
Yeah.
Well, she's on her phone though.
This
I don't
is
know
for
if she'll be able to. I don't
This is
think
for
she.
I'll still be able to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I mean, I only send it to you for Gigi's sake.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Seth.
All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay, got the audio up. All right, here we go. What's wrong, Seth?
Nothing.
Did you get scared?
I did not.
You did too. You screamed like a little
I
girl.
did not.
Well, first of all,
that's karma, baby.
First of all, I was screaming because I got shot. It wasn't because I was scared.
Okay, well, I mean, you screamed like you were scared.
Okay, fair enough.
That's karma, baby.
Is that karma? Okay.
So it does look like it would be kind of similar, but the location is different. You're like in some kind of like underworld type thing. So there's like a house, but there's also a pit and all that.
No,
kind
there's
of
different
stuff.
locations for Lethal Company.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, there's different planets and there's whatever.
Yeah, you should
we
get
do
that.
play
You
it.
should get that.
Yeah, and they
We'll
have.
play it again.
They have.
You can play with me and Jalen and Peepaw. Then we're a full team.
Yeah, they have built-in game audio, and so in the audio.
Yeah, it's proximity.
It's proximity audio and stuff, and so it gets kind of wild.
Yeah, one has that too. So maybe it is a ripoff of that other one then.
And you know what else? You know what? So there's these creatures in that game, right? But you have no weapons to defend yourself.
That's not entirely true. You
Well,
can get
okay,
a shovel.
you find a shovel or like a stop sign or something like that you can kind of whack them with, but you know it's
depending on the creature.
Yeah.
Some of them are just
you're just gonna die. You just die. It's just what's the name of the game?
Lethal Company.
It's called Lethal Company, Squatching. So it's
sound like a ripoff because that's what happens in content warning. You don't get any. You only get a flashlight, a camera, and a microphone. And same thing, it works with proximity. And then the only thing is the monster. You're correct that some monsters, like if they see you, like you're just cooked. But the other ones, like each of them have different abilities, I guess. So there's one that's like covered in ears. So if you scream, it runs away. And then there's another one, right? If you look at it, it moves. So they all have like different, and they don't tell you what any of the things are. You just have to
figure it out.
That is the same sort of thing for Lethal Company.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think the difference for Lethal Company is like you have to transport items because the whole point of the game is that you pick up items, you know.
I feel like getting views is more.
You can get the shotgun without the mods in Lethal Company too, but they're really hard to get because you have to kill a nutcracker for them.
You have to kill a nutcracker for them?
Yeah, nutcrackers, like, when it's looking at you, you can't move, and it has a shotgun in its hand, and it'll just fucking blast your head off. Like, it'll blow that nipper's head smooth off, you know what I'm saying?
You see what I mean? This is why I can't do that, because not only am I creeped out by creepy things, I'm very creeped out by like dolls, like porcelain doll type things, like Nutcracker type things, and clowns.
Yeah, well,
You
I'm
know?
fucked up over clowns. You know, you just don't. I mean, I have a mod installed, so that it's not. You know, it doesn't look like. You know,
Doesn't look
what
like
it
a
looks like
clown.
in the base game.
Mm.
And if you put on the arachnophobia mode, it'll just be like a fucking 3D text that says spider. It's
Yes,
just, I just put that on because it's funny.
Lame.
I like that. I'm a fan
Lame.
of
Yeah,
that.
it's funny as
Lame.
fuck.
Lame.
You can have like a mod that makes it so that like it's just one of the creatures is just like a fucking picture of Josh Hutcherson, and whenever it comes close, you can hear the whistle theme playing. You know.
Wow, that's pretty great.
Jeez.
You say lame, but other games do it. I play House Flipper, you know, which is a house remodeling game. Although the Halloween expansion pack to that one, very creepy. Anyways, you can change it so that roaches show up as glass instead. And Peepaw, you might appreciate that because the glass is harder to see, so it does penalize you for being lame and not wanting to see roaches. But
There you go.
yeah, change it.
I always make the roaches part of my build. So if I'm making like a crack, then I'll leave like the roaches in there.
I mean, some people I'm sure are comforted by the idea of roaches.
Are you trying to market to Asmongold or what?
Yeah,
can market to him. I heard he
I
cleaned. I heard he
flipped
cleaned
the
his
house
place.
for Asmongold.
Yeah.
Didn't he
Well,
clean?
I should
I
do
heard
that.
he heard his sink was white and everything.
Well, okay, so he cleaned part of his house, and what he cleaned, it looked nice, but he said like half of it he couldn't because there was just too much stuff. He didn't know what to do with it all.
Yeah, it was overwhelming. He
Put it in the
really
garbage.
needs to get like
Garbage.
a professional team
Garbage.
in there.
Let me tell you
Wait,
what
he cleaned it himself? I thought
Yeah.
he did hire a
Yeah,
team.
yeah. He
No.
cleaned his fucking kitchen like a normal
It
person for once in
was
his goddamn
penance.
life.
He was doing penance because he said some horrible things and he felt bad. And the only way for him to feel good about himself was he had to clean this pigsty of a kitchen up. So he basically cleaned half of his house just so he felt decent enough about himself, and he left half of it still in squalor. So there
You know
go.
what the worst part about Asmongold is?
That he doesn't have the rat to his alarm clock anymore.
That too, okay. But the worst part about it is that he has like the hottest girlfriend to ever walk the fucking earth, dude. Like, how is that fair?
Does
She's
he
like an
not
Asian
shower?
cutie,
Here's
10
the
out
thing.
of
I don't
10.
know. You're saying she's hot, but my issue is she must, I assume, regularly canoodle with a man who
I'm sure they can noodle
he
in
can't smell
her
good.
house. You know what I'm saying?
Did you
No,
guys?
I'm not even talking about location. I'm talking about he himself, his own body. Like, have you heard of Fremunda cheese stuff? Because Fremunda cheese has an odor from a distance. Okay.
So did you? But yeah, the only one he does is like month-long no shower escapades. Did you see? There's a clip of this video. A person made a video where it's Asmongold telling stories, and then this person did animation to coincide with the story, right? And here's a clip of it here from Twitter. I've got the link to the full video. But we're not gonna watch the full video. But I'll show you this little clip. This is wild.
As I said that I hadn't showered in a month, there were a lot of people who I suppose weren't real viewers of mine and thought that I was lying. And a lot of my real viewers said that it was a good start.
Get the dead rat out? I don't need to anymore. It doesn't smell bad. The thing is, I used to use a dead rat as an alarm clock, actually, for my stream. Because basically what happened was, whenever the sun would come up, it would start cooking the corpse of the rat, and then it would start smelling again, and then the smell would wake me up, and then I would know, oh shit, it's time to stream.
As I said.
Oh my god.
Dude, he's so fucking based. It's crazy.
That's so gross. That's so gross. If anybody thinks that these streamers are well in the head, because you have to be a certain kind of person mentally to be able to even be a streamer. And look at it, there it is. There it is in its most extreme form.
But okay, but here's the thing though, Ryan. It's not just because he's a streamer, okay?
Oh.
No, he's a streamer because he is that way. It's the other way around.
No.
He would
I'm
already
saying
be.
it's not every streamer because it's Asmongold. It's not just a streamer, okay? He is a World of Warcraft player, okay? And that's where that shit comes from. Let's be fucking real here.
Whoa. I was a
I
World of
know.
Warcraft player for years.
Yeah,
I never
actually,
did
me
that.
One of the
too.
lucky. Okay, listen, you're one of the lucky few. Okay, people.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Are you saying that was something that was indicative of a World of Warcraft player? Was they didn't bathe and they lived in squalor and they just
Yes.
You could make the argument that
No.
the ability to get into a virtual world for extended periods of time is what gives you the ability to live in squalor without noticing. And that could be a thing to
Listen,
make your case.
I'm just sawing. Okay, when you see these fucking fat neckbeards who can't stand up and they got chip crumbs all over them, and there's like fucking.
Okay, all you're doing is telling
steak.
you're just drawing on Make Love Not Warcraft episode of South Park. That's all you're doing,
South
Seth.
Park. No,
Yes.
but that is a good representation. Where did you think they got that from, people?
Well, actually, there
You
was
think they just made that the fuck up?
according to Pirate Software, the character they threw. I believe he said it was a representation of his dad, who was a coder or was part of the Blizzard team that was responsible for doing World of Warcraft for years.
Okay,
Also,
I'm just saying. I've seen these motherfuckers.
and Jason
okay,
Momoa
that's what
play
they're
World
like.
of Warcraft.
Man.
I
both
don't
those guys play
care
World
if
of
there's
Warcraft.
outliers. Okay.
What they're outliers in terms of hotness, but I feel okay. Also, my first husband got me into World of Warcraft. That's how I started playing. I was like, he's hot. I will play video games for this man. And here we are.
Good for you
Yeah.
that you got yourself an outlier. Okay, that's all I'm saying. These
Okay, well.
motherfuckers are fat, fucking, stinky neckbeard bastards.
What about you,
Okay,
Seth?
who's the?
Are you an
Well, I
outlier?
was-
Are you an outlier, or were you a fat, stinky, neckbeard
Well,
bastard?
wait, name one time I played World of Warcraft.
Today at
No.
6 p.m. Eastern on Peepaw's channel.
Hang on. Are you telling me you never played World of Warcraft? Never.
I'm saying, do you have proof I ever played
That's
World of
no. So you are ban. Toxic says I should ban you.
Well, do it. Because
I
you're scared
would-
of the truth.
I would Toxic, but I'm afraid of her. She's a goblin queen, and what she does to people is horrific. It's
You guys
Can
are
we
scared
stop
of the
picking
truth.
on World of Warcraft players for 2 seconds and talk about how I noticed this, and maybe I just didn't realize because I haven't been in the South for a while. But I went to Walmart to buy some basic stuff, and the circumference of the vast majority of people was a lot larger than I've ever
Whoa.
That's because the South is known for playing World of Warcraft.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think that's a thing, but okay. I hope it is, but yeah, I'm saying everyone down here is
Fat,
big, large,
fat, obese.
I mean, I for one don't know that it was fat. It's some of them could be big boned. Some of them could have health conditions
It's
that
water
make
weight.
them appear
Oh,
larger.
okay.
Well,
So
there
here's-
it is, water weight. Mhm.
It's water weight. Yeah, exactly. They all suffer from water weight, just like what's his name?
I just
does.
know getting around that
niggas, I don't
store
know.
was damn near impossible.
Okay,
between
so-
no, it wasn't just the adults, the kids, the children are
They got a bunch of wrestlers.
large.
down there.
I've
Listen,
never seen kids
So
be this
Gigi,
big in my
Gigi,
life.
let me just tell you something.
Yeah.
You keep enjoying those individualized Texas nachos like you are, you're gonna fit right in.
Yeah. Nah, because I still got to go back to New York like at least once a month. So I still gotta, I gotta keep up that New York appearance. But
Texans aren't like really known for eating salads, and they're more of a barbecue, steak, potato type of people.
meat can be very lean. There are ways to do it. It's not that. I think it's the cheese and the crema on everything. I'm just not used to it. And I was like, and it's one thing to see like older Americans, waddling their way through their golden years. That's fine. Do you? But the kids,
I can't wait to
kids
see,
are the issue.
like, I can't wait to see Gigi in 2 years when she's just like fucking balloon sized.
Okay, I would like to say to you that I lost 120 pounds in the last 2 years, and I will not be going back. Thank you very much.
Seth, are you implying that Gigi's going to have cankles?
Yeah, that's exactly
not
what
me.
I'm implying.
Not I.
God.
Hell no.
Oh man.
Gigi's
No, every time I even
become a
consider
tab,
eating too
a
much, I just
fetish
gotta look
tab
in
on
any
Pornhub,
direction,
dude.
pretty much.
Yeah. Well, I will say this, and I think I can say this with some certainty. The vast majority of Southerners really like to eat. And we don't necessarily always eat the most healthiest.
If you like to
And
eat, why not
so-
eat what you like? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think there's
Yeah.
anything wrong with being fat. I think if you're happy, live your life is how I feel. Like obviously that comes with other shit, but that's not my business. I'm not your doctor. I'm not your mother.
Well, yeah,
I
but you were just kind of complaining, saying you couldn't walk up down
Okay,
the
I'm
walls
complaining because I'm
aisles of
trying to move
Walmart.
around Walmart, and it's like bumper balls trying to get a fucking gallon of milk.
Okay, well, why
is what
don't
I'm
you
saying.
get some patience in that buddy of yours?
No,
okay?
that I don't have. Dude,
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. You're gonna have to get it.
My
If you're,
RBF has
listen,
been
you're
extreme.
going to have to develop something because, darling, you're not in New York City no more. You're in Texas.
Hold on, I'm very, very polite when I open my mouth. The thing is, my face speaks for me,
Yes.
and the level of "you're an idiot" is written on it, and I can't
Look.
do not one thing about that one.
You keep
So-
that up, and I'm gonna tell you something. The "bless your heart" is going to be a phrase you're going to hear a lot.
I've had so many fun conversations with Southern ladies. I really have. It's been
Okay.
real pleasant.
Anyway.
Listen, they can come at me with that southern snark. I'll give it right back, and I'll give it back to them in 2 languages just to piss them off a little further. So we don't have a problem here.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Like don't
wait
think
for
just
you to
because
get
I'm
fat.
Gigi Hearts that I won't bring the heat if I need to. I absolutely will. If there's one thing I am, is defensive. Okay. So we'll get there.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait for you to become a fat little piggy.
God, Seth. Anyway, listen, guys.
Listen, if I become round and pop out like 4 kids and like sit in a lawn and have the broken, what is it, the cars on the lawn with no wheels on blocks, I'm fine. I watch Waterboy. I know what to do.
Do you? Okay.
I mean, I'll rewatch the movie. It's a pretty good movie, I think.
Okay. Well, problem with that was he was from Louisiana. He wasn't from Texas.
Close enough, south is it's just south,
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I got to get out there and go to work. So appreciate you two for calling in. Gigi, I hope everything continues to go smoothly in your move. Seth, I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. So
thank you
guys. Appreciate it. Mwah. So there you go. All right. So guys, that's it for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you guys came in kind of late, and you missed the Peanut the Scroll, go back, catch the beginning of the stream. Anyway, we'll see. Hopefully there'll be a show tomorrow. I got to see if there's some things I can find to talk about. But anyway, until next time, guys, remember, keep your powder dry, and I will see you in the funny papers.